Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Reviews. So it's been a while since I've been reviewing television, and I'm back with a new series that will be premiering on the Peacock network come September. This is called Departure. This is a British-Canadian series, and considering that basically we're all searching for good series to watch, why not leave it for the British, because British always provide reasonably good shows. And so Departure stars Archie Punjabi, who we saw from Good Wife, and I know this much is true. Stars as Kendra Malley, an TSIB investigator, which is really the NTSB for what America would consider. And she's called on a job when a British airliner disappears over the Atlantic. She's called in by her boss Howard, played by Christopher Plummer, who's going in at the age of 90. He should be congratulated, because who else could be acting at the age of 90 and look so good doing it? Several competing theories do emerge, and she has a team, none of whom are really mentionable or memorable. This is 6 episodes. It goes by real quick. There's no filler. And if this was an American series, this would be stretched out over the course of 22, 23 episodes. There are several competing theories as to what happens to this crash, but we do come to learn that, oh yes, there are at least 2 survivors of this crash, considering that a hole rips open on one side of the plane, sucking out 2 passengers, falling several thousands of feet into the water below, one of whom survives. And I guess her father and boyfriend, played by the guy who was Ash Tyler on Star Trek Discovery. The father and the boyfriend have a couple of scenes that suggest obvious tension there. Really, do you really care about that at all? We first are led to believe that, oh yes, pilot here has been leading a double life in which he basically has a husband and a wife. He recently took out a life insurance policy. Double life was indeed getting to him, and a couple of people are thinking to themselves, he must be thinking to himself, I'll pull a Malaysian Air, have the plane disappear, the insurance money payout will be delivered to the exes. There's obviously a scene between the husband and the wife. But of course, then there's another theory, hearing involved a reformed terrorist, faked his death with help from his Israeli handlers, and was on this plane. Obviously a Mossad agent comes in and explains, please don't expose our guy. And obviously the Archie Punjabi character is just sort of like, yeah, your guy could have easily turned back. With the Iranian theory going on, that leads to a couple of MI5 agents coming into the fold who are obviously doing some very shady stuff here. This also leads to a third theory, that there was a guy who was a whistleblower who believed that, oh yes, I found a way to hack onto the plane and obviously, fly the plane remotely from my laptop. Also have a subplot here involving Kendra's stepson, who is obviously angry and is basically, getting his anger out on a Turkish, or I don't know if he's Turkish or Russian, but Pavel Bartok, the Archie Punjabi's character's life miserable after she exposed some flaws in his copters that caused them to ground the flight. And basically is like, yes, I listened to my lawyers, then I fired my lawyers for giving bad advice. Of course, he has a running rivalry with Doug Gray-Sutton, the head of a British airline looking for parts for his airplane from Saudi and a couple other different country contractors, that given the fact that this thing is going badly for him, they might be pulling out of the deal. Let me just say, I think what I like about British TV is they don't waste time with their shows. Now granted, not every British or Canadian show is great. There's certainly some stinkers. I think the mystery is interesting. The key revelations and who exactly is doing this is a bit of a letdown. And then also there's a guy that's hunting down and eliminating people, which also figures in the main plot. And that's not really compelling, but hey, look, that's how it goes. And obviously, this involves one character saying something at the end that makes the Archie characters like, yeah, I know you're going to factor into next season. At the end, we do get the big revelation as to what actually happened on the airplane, and it's like, okay, sure, that's interesting. So overall, I liked it. It's not a great series, but it's effective nonetheless. And this will be playing on the Peacock network come September, as I repeat myself. So folks, Departure, have you seen this? What did you think? Please put everything in the comment box below here, folks. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself with knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks. Yes, I'm at Michael Rich Reviews too.